everyone. This is Janice Bourgeon, and this story is called Paint Me Daddy. It was written and designed by myself. I hope you enjoy it. This book is dedicated to my son Jordan, the light of my life and biggest supporter. Thank you. Paint me, Daddy, the little girl said to her father as she danced around the room, spinning and twirling. Her daddy smiled as he asked his daughter, "What color would you like to be?" The girl paused and grinned. Then she replied, "Yellow, so I can shine brighter than the sun." With a paintbrush in one hand and a bucket of yellow paint in the other, he began to paint his daughter. "Wait," said the little girl. "Something is missing." She paused, thinking, and then smiled as an idea came to her. Satisfied, she said, "Paint me blue so I can feel like the water and raindrops." And so he continued to paint, adding a beautiful, vibrant blue color to his daughter. "Wait," cried his daughter, "something is missing." She stood and stared at her dress and thought for a moment. Then suddenly she knew just exactly the color she needed next. "Paint me red, Daddy." She grinned from ear to ear, "so I can feel love, hugs, and kisses." Her daddy added a beautiful bright red to her dress, and as she held it out, she smiled. Then an idea came to her. "Now add pink, Daddy, so I can feel laughter, joy, and tickles. Lots of tickles," she said, giggling. Her daddy laughed as he painted bright pink on her. She loved how her dress looked, the yellow, blue, red, and pink splatters. But it seemed to be missing something. She thought to herself. "Daddy, I still need more color. Can you add orange, please?" Her daddy nodded, smiling as he grabbed the bucket of orange paint. "Orange will make me feel brave, fierce, and majestic." Daddy took a long moment and admired his daughter. Smiling, he asked her, "Are there any other colors you would like me to add?" The little girl hesitated and thought deeply and replied, "Yes, green please, Daddy, so I can feel the earth, nature, and always be ready to go on new adventures." The little girl was getting even more excited as new ideas were coming so quickly to her. She thought she would explode into a big rainbow. "Purple, white, brown, and gray," she said, listing off the new colors to her daddy. "Oh my goodness," said her daddy as he grabbed all the new buckets of colors. "And what are all these colors for?" he asked his daughter, very curiously. "Well, purple is so I can feel creative and artistic, and white is so I never forget freshly fallen snow or the cold of winter." She continued to describe to her daddy. "Brown is so I can remember the delicious taste of chocolate, the smell of hot cocoa, and the feeling of playing in mud. Gray makes me feel like a tornado, busy and fast. It reminds me to slow down, or I will get dizzy," she explained to her daddy. Her daddy chose the best shades of color, and he added the final touches to his daughter ever so carefully. He had created a very beautiful masterpiece, and he was very proud, standing there, excited and beaming with pride at his little girl. She looked up at him and smiled. "Daddy, asked the little girl. Yes, replied her daddy. Can you add one last color, please? She pointed to the last bucket in the corner, a black bucket of paint. Her daddy looked puzzled. He asked her, "Why do you want black?" She replied, "I want to save the best for last." She lit up and she went on, "You see, Daddy, black reminds me of our skin, our family, our best parts to tell. It shines, and even in the dark it glows." She looked up at her daddy, who now had a tear in his eye. He was glowing with pride, and both eyes twinkled with golden stardust. He took his daughter's hand in his and gave her a twirl. The little girl shone so brightly with all her colors that she lit up the room and the night sky. Her daddy clapped for joy as she took a big bow. As the girl took one more spin, something magical happened. All the colors on her dress flew off. Just like that, her dress was white again. The colors had vanished into thin air. The little girl was shocked, and she looked at her daddy. He smiled at her, winked, and said, "You were right. Black really is the best color."